Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 2 of my survival house series. In today's episode, we are going to be building a survival house in just the normal oak biome. So this could be like a plains biome, anywhere where there's a lot of oak trees. You might have to just deforest a quick group of trees in order to do this, but it won't take too much. And then these are your supplies, and I kept it very simple, but you are going to need a lot of wood. So yeah. So we're going to be going for a single story design. I kind of played around with an idea, but I think I'm going to make it a little bit different than the one that I made in my design, just because I don't like doing the same thing over and over again. But let's get started here. These are going to be your materials: the oak planks, oak leaves. If you don't know how to collect these, just grab some shears and go at it. You're only going to need 2 fence gates, a couple of fence posts, not many, a lot of slabs, a lot of stripped oak, a lot of regular oak logs, glass, and then cobblestone. So yeah, these are all your materials. And now let's just jump straight into the time lapse of me building it, because I don't know what it's going to end up like or how long it's going to take me, so let's just do this thing. Alrighty, so welcome everybody to this oak build quick time-lapse chat. So I just want to let you guys know right away that I made this design on the fly. I literally just laid down blocks in like a few squares in different shapes that I could work with, and I went from there. I knew that I wanted to do a primarily oak build, oak and cobblestone. So then I just laid out my block palette and I added things as I went. As you can tell, I go over and add different things to the palette. But yeah, so I started with just a base, which just shows how little you can start with, and you can build something that looks really good for what you started with. And it's really not that many materials. It's all starter item stuff. I mean, just a lot of wood and some stone. So you see, I start with just setting up the foundation, and then I go around and decide that I want to do a little bit of fancy stuff. Sorry, you get a little bit of motion sickness here because I went so fast. But I got into a groove and I just started going. So you can see that I'm building the roof, and I want to make it very clear that you guys can do whatever shape you want with this. You guys can do the exact same thing that I did, which is just start with a random shape and go from there, which is really fun. It was really cool, and it was really fun to see it come together really well. I wasn't expecting it to go all this well, which is really good. So yeah, then the roof was probably the most complicated part. I didn't know if I wanted to do steeper cliffs or not on the roof, just on like the plane of the roof, if I wanted to do a steeper roof. So I went with a pretty flat roof, which looks okay, but with only being a single story, it's fine. It's no big deal. The landscaping really tied this whole starter base together, though, with all the leaves and stuff around the outside and the lanterns. Yeah, it really turned out really good, and I'm really happy with it. So yeah, so that's this is our second survival house that we're building, and I think I will cut back here and show you the interior that we're going to build. Alrighty, and that is the end of our quick little time lapse there. And this is the finished product of the exterior. I really like how it came out. I wasn't expecting it to come together this good. I did do a mock-up of it, but it just was like the layout, the base of it was all I did. So I'm just really happy with how the outside turned out. The front door, I can't decide if it needs something else, but I think it turned out really good, kind of sunk in there. And then around the side, this little alcove, could do something like this, just to add a little bit more depth to it. Or I could add like those planter boxes up front. fern in it. That's not bad. But yeah, and then around this side, we got the lanterns all the way around. I really like how the lantern look turned out. And from the back overlooking like this river. See how it looks from over here. Oh yeah, that looks good. I had to add a few more blocks that I forgot about. I also wanted to add this like side stable yard over here. Let me grab this out. Just build this out a bit so it looks a bit better. Okay. Alright, yeah. So that's kind of how this looks. And then you got your stable that you can keep like sheep or something in. Actually, yeah, that's good. And then the lanterns, and then again back up front. And then you could of course do like a path leading up. But I actually don't like just regular paths, so I would have done something with like a mix of oak in it. Wooden fence supposed to be a horrible path. Mix in some oak and some timber. And then just some regular dirt would be a nice addition, or coarse dirt. Trapdoors. I wouldn't do these clear ones, I would do more like spruce doors. And then also mix in some grass with it, just to make it look like a path. That's not bad, but it's not great. And then for the roof, I couldn't decide. I just went for a flat roof. But I could have also done more dramatic heights here around the front of the house to make a really high and steep roof. But I actually like how this like flat cottage look came out. It's quite nice, actually. Quite like it. So I'm just gonna do a quick interior, survival interior, just like a mock-up of what you could do, and I'll be right back with that. Here we go. Alright, so I did complete the inside, and I think it turned out really well. I have just a crafting and smelting station over here, our bulk storage here, and then our individual storage here for more precious things. I left a couple of empty areas in case if you want to do something different. I mean, I would have tons of different things laying everywhere, and that's why I kind of left a big open space in the middle. And then just the bed with the beautiful view of the river and our own little island. So yeah, this is the build, and this is to store your horse or livestock. And then I also thought about putting like a wood thing out here, but I decided against it because I just liked the look of the outside too much the way it was. So I thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to use any ideas from this, just even little things that I came up with, like the design of the floor. If you like it, take it, use it. Yeah, but thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.